This is another Christmas ideas video. This time I'm selling off some of my collection of books. Now I know a lot of people look on the internet to find out things about archery in general, but it's nice to have a book to sit down and just thumb through while you have a cup of coffee and remind yourself of bits and pieces that you might have forgotten or never knew. This first one is Archery. It's Archery Handbook by Edmund Burke. It's an American book written in the 50s, but it's full of very useful information. How to shoot, a bit of hunting, which not really of any interest to us here. Shooting with equipment of the time, but the principles still remain the same. It's got sections on making arrows, equipment, arrows, arrow making, flint heads, different types of fletches, showing cresting, weighing arrows, spining them, factory production, making bowstrings, making bows, quite a bit on that. How to shoot again, and starts off with a bit of historical stuff that a lot of archery books do. So it's a nice paperback, really nice book, and worth having in your collection. This book is Ford on Archery. Archery, its theory and practice, written by Horace Ford, umpteen times champion of England in the Victorian era, and he developed the modern style of target shooting. This particular copy is edited by Butt, and it's dated 1887. Has a picture of Horace Ford with his bow, and it's signed by him, not personally signed, but this was a copy of his signature. A very interesting book to read, and again, well worth having in your collection. A little bit of historical stuff in there as well, but aiming, drawing, how to hold the bow, how to brace it, nocking, and little bits on equipment, string making the loop at the end. Again, a book well worth having, a collector's item, not a cheap book, but well worth having. The Medieval Archer by Bradbury. Again, a book full of interesting descriptions of battles and some items at the end, bits on the Mary Rose, arrows, arrow spacers, historical accounts of battles, Agincourt, Crécy, Poitiers, plenty of illustrations, bit on ancient bows, the advent of the longbow, various early battles with the layout of the battlefield, and even goes back to the Battle of Hastings. Plenty of interesting pictures and descriptions. This is definitely a collector's item. It's the Book of Archery by Hansard, written in 1841, full of historical items. A picture of Queen Victoria shooting. Not a cheap book, but it is definitely a collector's piece, and any serious collector of books, archery books, would have this in his collection. This isn't a bad copy. Looks in pretty good condition. May have been rebound and had the original cover stuck to it, but that's quite common for a book of this age. So it does look like this one's been rebound, but all the pages are there. There are illustrations throughout. And a book any serious collector would need to have in his collection. We've got other books for sale on our sales page, and we have more that we'll be taking photos of and putting on. And they're all interesting books and all very well worth having.